Everyone, it's your boy Matt here. It's the 20th of June. It's approximately 4:30 in the morning, and in the spirit of discipline equals freedom and Jocko Willink, and all that stuff that I grew up liking, I'm getting to work at the break of dawn, and because I got some stuff I need to get done today, uh, I need to I need to put to rest some myths, and I need to address the domestic violence issues which I'm currently facing. I've got a person who's made it their life's mission to control and dominate me. He's decided that I'm a part of his emotional needs and he cannot survive without me. Uh, it's a very strange situation to be in. I've got a complete fucking useless twat who wants nothing more to intimidate and control me, and he's decided to put himself in this position. He's decided that this is what he wants to do with his time. I don't know why, um, but he has. Now, in my last video, I describe what it's like when you have someone whose mission is to dominate and control you. Um, I'm I'm very serious about this. This is not a position you want to be in. It's not a lifestyle that you want for anyone, for him or me. I don't know why Michael has done this, but he has. Um, and while I've been very candid describing the psychological impact of that situation, I need to express to you that I'm probably a lot more legitimate than this guy when it comes to any real kind of conflict or violence. Um, I used to be quite interested in the military. I'm interested, like, I've done a lot of work around police and that kind of thing. The guy ran a gym. There were some people involved in emergency services and that in there. What what I've learnt more than anything is what a pushover the police are, and how little actual combat experience most people in the military have. And um, I, compared to the average person, I have a very not even the average person, even veterans or police officers. I have a fairly significant exposure to violence. I'm used to controlling violence. I'm used to being in violent situations. I'm used to talking my way through terrible situations. Like, police tend not to be very good. Well, not tend to be. In different states, I've found them to be relatively switched on in the ACT. I've got many criticisms of the police here, but they don't go around shooting people in the head very often. They do that in Alice Springs. They don't do that here so much. Um, but these people, they'll rock up to a scene, they'll have a gun and a taser. When you have that kind of machinery, you don't need to be good at talking, and you don't need to be as conscientious when it comes to mate controlling physical distance, your escape routes, and that kind of thing. I have been around a lot of violence, doing support work. I've worked with gangs. I've been in charge of the support teams of people who are violent to themselves and others. I train people to deal with these situations. Uh, I actually do the work, and I train people to do the work. I'm not a person who cosplays at it. Michael, his claim to fame is that he handled the radios that the commandos used in Afghanistan. That's his thing. Um, he runs a BJJ gym, and he's never really done competition or been involved in actual combat sports in a significant way. Now, when it comes to actual violence, when it comes to these things, I don't have an issue with Michael. I really don't. What it comes to is the constant harassment and him positioning himself as a person who, for the rest of our lives, is decided that he wants to spend that time trying to make my life worse. That is a strange decision for him to make. I have to deal with that. Um, and I will deal with it very effectively and conscientiously. And over time, as I've done now, get very good at managing it. Remember, I manage violence. Uh, that's my that's my vocational skill set. That's one of the things I'm best at. And this is something which I just have to manage now. I would like him to rethink the entire thing. I think it's very strange that you would decide that you're going to, this is how you want to spend your limited amount of time on the earth. Uh, but that's what he's chosen to do. I would say that these are behaviors which I don't think anyone from any community should be accepting of. I think he should be considered a complete pariah. I don't think this is a person that you should make eye contact with. I think this guy is a pretty heinous individual, and because he's had PTSD, because he has had suffering, we've let him get away with some pretty atrocious behaviors. I think it's time that we start reeling in a bit. And I think it's like, and whilst I have to express the damage this man has done to my life, I don't want this pathetic little bitch to think that he has control over me for to as much as he wants to. I know that's what he aims for. I know what he's like, um, but like, I don't want this guy feeling comfortable or thinking that he has some kind of long term control. He's positioned himself that for the rest of our lives, we may well be trying to destroy each other. All I've asked him to do is just stop interacting with me, forget about me, don't interact, don't think about me. That is the only thing I've requested. Right? That is too much for him. Right? So for the rest of our lives, we're going to be destroying each other. Um, that's what he wanted. Enjoy that. This will likely limit the length of these lives.